Well, it's almost a week before Christmas now, so I figured I'd do one more video of me making a Christmas tree ornament. I think I'm going to try and do a Christmas bell. See, I've already got my blank rounded out, kind of tapered, but that's just the way the wood went. It's a nice little piece of mountain ash, and I'll start working on the body of the bell. First, I want to let you see this piece of wood here. It's a beautiful, beautiful chunk of mountain ash. I'm glad I chose this one for the bell. The grains in here are really stunning. I don't know what this is here. This there may have been a nail in the wood. I'm gonna have to watch that. I had a piece a while back that had a nail in it, and it had that same kind of black staining. So I might actually. I'm hoping not, but I may have a nail or a staple embedded in there. Find out soon enough, I guess. Not even tearing out. I got my shoulder in the right spot. I have to take the shoulder up a little more and make that a little bit deeper up in there in the crown of the bell, and then I think we're laughing. Beauty. Exactly how deep I am here. I've got my tool right in the middle part there. Okay, so roughly there. Okay, the thickness is pretty consistent. So what I'm going to do now, I've got my shop vac hooked up here so I can get rid of the dust, seeing as I'm inside. It helps actually, it helps quite a bit. But anyway, seeing as I'm pretty consistent thickness here and I have a nice height on my bell, I'm going to sand it out now, inside and out, and then I'll finish the top of the bell and then we'll start working on the handle. Got the inside sanded to 600 and I've applied a layer of paste wax to it. Now I'm going to come around, I'm going to work on the top half of the bell. Then we can drill the hole and start thinking about making a hammer for it. I have a rough idea of where the hollowing inside ends, so I'm just going to go by that and hope I don't bust through. It's coming along nicely. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the top part up to 600. And this little bead here, I wanted a little more of a bead. Maybe I can do that still here. because this is where I'm going to be parting it off. Right here to this section here. I'm going to leave the bead and then I'm going to part it flat right there so that I can affix a handle to the top. Just giving it a final sand at 600. Face wax to this. Got my legs set to slowest speed right now. Giving it a good little stir in that glass. Soaking it nice. I'm going to speed it up. Give it a little bit of heat.
What's cool?
There we go. There's the bell body. Now, there we go. Now we can start working on the handle.
That's right.
Yeah, she's got a nice look. Yeah, okay. I'll part this off now and work on the handle. Sand that little nub off of there, and then that's where the hole is going to go, and I'll put a tenon on the handle itself. I like that. I was hoping I'd have a different piece of wood to make into the handle, but it's going to be another piece of mountain ash, which is going to be just fine. So yeah, I'm going to turn this down between centers, turn it down to round, cut a tenon on it, flip it around, and then I'm going to make the handle. Just a little bit more, and then I'm going to put a tenon on it and I'll flip it around. Alright, here we go. I've got it turned around. I cut the tenon, put it in the chuck, and I've also cut a tenon on this end, and now I'm going to take away this little piece. I don't need that much for my handle, and what I think I'll do is I'll use this for the knocker, hammer, whatever that thing is inside the bell. I shouldn't need my tailstock at all for this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little tenon on the bottom here. It's going to be the bottom of the handle, it's going to be the top of the handle. So I'm going to cut a little tenon on the bottom of the handle to fit into the little mortise I made on the top of the bell. Alright. But while I was figuring out how I was going to attempt to drill a hole in the top of the bell, I just went ahead and did it. Basically held it in my hand with a Forstner bit and just gently went into the wood. I've got about just a little better than 1/8 of an inch there. Should be good enough to make it stick, make the handle stick. And I've also got a hole drawn through to the bottom for a wire that's going to hold on to the knocker on the inside of the bell. In this area here, I'd like to make a little sphere, and then I'll cut the rest of the handle. Alright, now I'm just going to sand that ball down a little bit and carry on. Sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, proceed, we have a bottle.
Kind of looks like a bell. I'm gonna turn it around here. Alright, number one spot here. The second position, which is full 180 degrees around. There. That's better. I'm still new doing this. This is the first time I've actually made a somewhat functional item out of this method. so please bear with me. I'm going to use my parting tool to cut a little relief, just so I'm getting a little I still don't know exactly where I'm going with this yet. Just gonna keep on plugging away. Well, I think I sort of accomplished what I set out for. I wanted the handle of the bell to form sort of a hook, so that I could hang it off a ledge or off a table, provided it was flat. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see how it looks in the belt place. I'm not sure if I like that or not. It's definitely unique. See how it looks anyway. That seems a bit loose, actually. That's okay. That I can fix too. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly make a hammer for the bell. Hammer or knocker or whatever you call those things inside the bell to make the bell go ding. Yeah, just gonna make one out of this little piece and then I'll get to assembling the bell. Okay, so here we go. Still have to drill a hole in the end of the little hammer here. It's going to go inside the bell. Drill a hole in here. Already drilled that out. I've got the handle. Now I don't know if I'm going to actually attach the wire through the handle yet, or just glue it directly into the bell itself. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Right now I just have to drill a hole in here. I'm just going to freehand this because it's not going in very far. Unfortunately, this is the smallest bit I have. As long as I don't create any new holes in my fingers. Almost forgot about the toothpick. The toothpick is what's going to secure the wire in my hole here. Jump at the tip there. There. It'll act as a shim. Now the wire, I don't know if you can see that all that well. I'm just going to use the back of this brush here to make a loop. Twist it. A strong loop. Loop. Give it a trim. There's the loop. There's the loop for the hammer. Okay. To secure that in, I'll use my toothpick. If I can. There we go. I'm just going to shim it in there. I don't want to put it in too tight because I don't want to crack through the side. There we go. There. Good enough. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Nobody's ever going to see that. Unless, of course, they take the bell apart. There we go. Just a little drop. Just a little drop of super glue in there. Get some there. I think I did. I'm going to let that set up for a couple minutes. Won't take long. I mean, I'm going to take this wire now. I'm going to thread it through the hole. actually didn't really need to do that. I can thread it through afterwards. I'm starting to fray here, so I'm going to start to use this end. Because I don't want to be afraid. Ha! I'm going to have to delete that. That was too much corny. Let's wrap it around. I don't mind if this is a little long because I made my knocker a little smallish. There, now. There. I so totally did that wrong. Did you see what I did? I made my loop, which is awesome. But I didn't attach it to my knocker, which is not so awesome. So I'll have to fix that now, won't I? How I'm going to do that is by sticking it through this way. Now that I have this loop here, it's not going to come all the way through. Second chances. There we go. Now that it's on there, you can still use the brush handle. Be careful, that super glue is still a bit sticky. There. Now I have my knocker attached. So now what I'm going to want to do, I'm going to take my drill. I'm going to drill another little hole in here. I'm not going to go all the way through. Steady, man, steady. I'm going to do with that hole. Take this. Get it around if I can. Getting those pliers. I'm just going to feed that into the hole as best I can. Get that out of the way. I'm going to bring back my trusty toothpick. Stick that in there. There. I'm going to use my handle and I'm just going to squish that down in there. There. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see that. Now all I need to do is glue the handle in place. Well, it's now a couple of days before Christmas, and I hope to be able to post this video in the next day or two. It's the 22nd today, so see how that goes. But I finally got the bell done. I got the handle glued on and in place. The hook, unfortunately, isn't quite hooky enough to hold it, so I did put a ring on the top of the handle. And it sort of rings. There's a few things I may do differently next time I do this, but I think it's going to wait for another season. Merry Christmas, everybody.